Player one ready. Oh yeah, boy. It's Super Dungeon Boy up in this build. What's up? Super Dungeon Boy here. Off with a very odd introduction. Why not? This is Minecraft after all. We're trying to build a castle in the sky. What else? Because we all wanted to do it. And I'll be honest with you, it's kind of been on my bucket list of late. There's, just to clarify, this is not a mission or challenge. This is a personal goal, so sorry viewers, this is not like a how-to video of some sort. So this is probably going to go on as long as, I don't know, but as long as I can. Let me think. How long do I want to make this series? I mean, it's not going to have any mods, it's not going to have any cheats, not going to have any help by anybody, but I will use YouTube videos for ideas. You know, some would say you're just ripping off an idea, but I want this to be special, just of our own creation and some inspiration, well, with you guys. And as we go on, we're going to name like castles together. We're going to have farm and have farms, plural, have farms, and then name the animals and, you know, fun stuff like that. And we'll try to keep it, for the most part, we're going to keep it like, I guess you'd say rated teen, even though I know that this game is rated, what, E? But from time to time I may slip up and say a curse word, so be advised. I'm going to try not to do that. I don't want to get flagged for something or whatever, but if something slips, you know, don't say that I didn't warn you. I wouldn't really say that this would be a video for kids. And I only say that because we're going to be talking about more adult content stuff, and I'm not going to be talking about politics. I'm not going to be talking about religion. I'm not going to be talking about any kind of political issues or moral issues. No. We're going to be talking about video games, things that are, well, nostalgic and remember back in the day, just stuff like that. So I guess a proper introduction. Who is Super Dungeon Boy? Why am I playing Minecraft? Why are we even watching this video? You know, a couple of questions. First thing, I'm Super Dungeon Boy, and you can call me Jay if you want my real name. That's Jay, if you prefer that. But either one works. You can, or SBD in the comment section below. I'll know that you're talking to me, Super Dungeon Boy. Now, let's talk about the name for instance, because as time goes on, I've had this Super Dungeon Boy name for a couple of years. I honestly don't remember how long this channel has been going. But the way that my name came about, because a buddy of mine asked me the other day, and he was like, how the hell did you get that? See, I already cursed. How the hell did you get that name? And I was like, man, when I was making a YouTube channel, because I've went through about 3 other ones, and like most people, like I make a YouTube channel and then I forgot the password, or I don't use that particular email no more, so I can't get the password linked back. You know, losing passwords, losing channels, whatever. Trial and error. So I learned my ways after the 3rd time, and that's pretty bad. But anyways, as far as a name, I couldn't think of anything because I was doing all kinds of cool names and they were already taken. One that I really wanted to have, and I can't say really enough. I really want to, you understand? By the way, I do comedy. That's like my thing. And voice acting is something I aspire to do, but more so comedy, short cartoon skit stuff. I don't have anything produced to show you because none of it has ever came to be. So if you're out there and you are looking for someone that does multiple voices, then I can be your friend, and we can rule the world through, well, cartoons. Because I was going to go down the whole list, but never mind. I'm about to do a Hank Hill there for a minute. It's early. This is like 6 in the morning. So, yeah, excuse me, I got the coffee here. Let me see if I can do my Hank Hill impression. Dang it, Bobby! I told you, get away from the shed. What are you doing, boy? I'll sell propane and propane. See, I can do better than that. In the morning, my throat, I get a lot of, like, drainage, so. And I need to make the videos in the morning because that's the only time I ever really have to myself, but. Anyways, back to the name. So, I couldn't find a name for the channel, and I didn't want to just have my name. I wanted, like, something creative. And you would not believe, I've tried everything. I've tried, like, Omega Gamer. I've tried Funny Guy or Funny Gamer. So just whatever. Anything with the word gamer or something like that of video games, or retro dude or something like that. It's all been taken. It's just I don't know for those that recall, but when you make a YouTube channel, and we all been there, where it's like you got the name, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have this name, you know, Cool Gamer 33. Nope, taken. Okay, this thing or that thing or what. And not only that, like, you wanted a name that standed out, and plus you wanted to be the original of a name. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's out there and you got the name, I don't know, like, can't even think of anything off the top of my head. I don't know, if you had, like, Turtle Man, you know, but there's no numbers after it. We all know that you're the original. You got that name first. So, it's kind of like that. So I wanted something like that, my own. And I went, was it a friend of mine told me to go to fantasygenerator.com. Sorry, no, Fantasy Name Generator. That's what it's called. Fantasy Name Generator. I'll have to double check that, but I'll add that later in the video or something, like right about this part, wherever that is. Anyways, and what it does is it has so many categories. It has everything from like pop culture to real names you can use. And what I mean by this, real names you can use, I mean, like, if you say, like, you tell them the program, you know, you're like, give me an American original name or something, you know, whatever, and it'll be like John Turner or something, and it's like, oh, cool, whatever, that sounds like an American name, I guess, whatever. And I just made that up, by the way. So with this, it does also fantasy names, like medieval names, Japanese names, Greek names, something from like a Greek mythology, you know what I mean? Like, if you want a superhero name, it'll make a superhero name. And now, some of the names are kind of hit or miss, because it's a computer that's generating them. You know, you give it a word, and it rolls with it. So, one word that I rolled with was super. And it was all kinds of weird stuff. It was like super fish, super dolphin. It was a lot of aquatic kind of things. Real fast, I want to explain what I'm doing right here as I'm building. So I'm going to open up this little area, so when you either go up the stairs, you can go to that room, or you can have a nice view, and I'm going to have glass, like, all in this area. Like, see? Like, from the frame all the way down to the floor. So wood is very precious here. We need to, you know, use our resources good. See, that looks too cramped. See, it kind of, like, hinders your vision. I don't know, it needs to go. And as you'll see me do that from time to time, I'll be building, but then we'll be talking, and then I'll get sidetracked. I apologize, but that's just kind of who I am. But anyways, back to the story. So, with the name generator, we basically... Oh, sorry. Fantasy Name Generators... There's an S on the end. .com. We put it all together, and by we, I mean, like, my friend, he told me to just, like, take something you like, and then add a cool name. Like, if I like chocolate, then add the word, you know, like Omega. So then it'll give me, like, Omega chocolate something. Like, you know, whatever. It'll generate stuff for you. Just any, like, little word that you add. And it'll be fine. No crap. Okay. Whew. Okay, I thought I died there. All right. Wow. 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 Hmm. Yeah, that just happened. Okay. Like I stated before, I don't use mods or cheats or anything, so I'm not flying around, not having any kind of what do you call it, host privileges of any kind. Wow. Okay, that was something else. Can't believe that happened. Man, it's okay, flowers. I'm here for you. That's a good little pansy. What the twist? We escaped. Time to dance, 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 dance. Yes, make a twerk. Alright. But you clearly see what you're getting into. So don't say I didn't warn you. We talk about things that I fall off buildings. Get out of here while I'm building. No. Never mind. I'm joking. You could stay a while. You could see this, whatever that is I'm making. It's like a multi-level train wreck. But we're going with it. Because it's ours. Now, there was another idea that I was... Man, this is going to be so difficult. I was going to use a lot of glass, and I was going to have, like... How would I make this make sense? Like, one part would have glass for, like, a viewing. Like, it would be a window. And I'm going to have fence running along this whole thing. I think having the fence there is kind of cool. Because it gives, like, the... You know, illusion that it's like, oh no, I could fall off. But the fence is right there, so it's like... It's still cool. You're fine. But anyways, back in that area there with all the wood, I was thinking that I was going to have either like I was going to try and do something of like a Japanese style bathhouse, just because I think that would be so cool to like have a bathhouse like in the sky. And maybe, there's no promises, but maybe I would do like a glass bottom. Not really sure. I haven't really worked it all out yet, but you can start seeing some of the ideas that are happening. By the way, this area right in there that you saw with the grass, like I said before, I don't cheat or anything with like creative mode. And not saying that creative mode's cheating. I mean, that's just creating stuff. But you do what you do, and I do what I do. But I had to get that grass to come all the way from the bottom, and then climb. And oh my goodness, like, trust me, like, I don't have any video to show you prior to this. I didn't think I was going to do this series. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in this video, but I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this series and how long it was going to be and why I'm doing this, and yeah. But let me finish up my previous thought before I fell off the world. So this is the name SuperDungeonBoy. I'm a D&D fan. That's Dungeons and Dragons for those that don't know. Me and my friends, you know, before any of us really had video games, we would go to the library or something, and you know, like during lunchtime or something, or any time that we could, study time, but we really weren't studying. We're playing D&D, and we would use like medieval what do you call it, books. By the way, I'm gonna let you see this cool, like, look at this beautiful scenery. Oh, did you see that? I like the little cliffs that hang over like that. Did you see that over there? Man, this is so cool in there. And there's a little island to the left there. Let me get a little closer. See how I made that? Like a little river, and it kind of does like a viaduct situation. Anyways, we'll explore more of that yard and all that in another video, but back to D&D. So we were playing D&D, me and my friends, you know, all through like, what, beginning of middle school, like all the middle school, all of high school, into like our adult lives. And I think the last time I played D&D was maybe, I think it was a year ago, give or take. 10 months, no, more than that. And we'll say about a year ago, just to keep it like that, because I don't remember exactly. But anywho, so I like D&D. Now I tried to use like Super Dragon or Super Dragon Gamer or You know what I mean? Something like that. Because for whatever reason, I was caught up on the word super, like, because Super Nintendo was really the first, like, when I was all out gamer. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I had original Nintendo, but, you know, my family, we were poor. Like, we didn't have, you couldn't just go to your parents back in, like, you know, the 80s and go, Mom and Dad, you're gonna give me another video game. They're like, the hell we are. Like, you broke 5 controllers. Those that know, with the classic, you know, Nintendo, that those controllers, they just break. Doesn't that look better putting the lights behind there? I do stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, I broke so many control. We'll talk about Nintendo and breaking controllers in another video. I'll write down the topic or something. But I want to make my point that the way that I got the name Super Dungeon Boy was I wanted to have something with super in it. And then, like I said, when it was generating the weird stuff like super fish, super this, or it wasn't right. It didn't have a ring to it. It didn't sound cool. It sounded like generic stuff. And, like, I didn't want to be, you know, super celery stock or something. You know, just something, whatever. Now, this website, it's not its fault. It's, you know, fantasy name generators with an S. .com. It doesn't. You can just look through like all the categories and just pick what they already have, and it'll generate. Or you could do like a search and say, "Give me this name with that," you know. And anyway, so I wanted to have super, and I tried, and again I exhausted everything with the word super by itself, and I couldn't find nothing. And then I tried super with dragon, and then I versed them around, dragon, super, whatever, and you have to do that sometimes. You have to mix the name, because we all know that when making a YouTube channel or something like that, or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, it's really hard to have an original name without, like, you know, Super Guy 45 or something. You know, like, we all know in this digital age that by having the numbers on the end shows that you're not the original, or it's a backup account to your original account. It's one or the other. So I wanted to have an original name, an original channel, because I was going to do original content. Man, that's saying original too many times. But you get where I'm coming from. I'm retro. I'm old school. I don't like copying things. You know what I mean? I do my own thing. I know my own way. I know the way, brother. I show you the way. God, I had to do it. I had to do it. Just one time. For Uganda! Yeah! I had to do it. I had to do it. So I watch a lot of VR chat stuff on YouTube. I know all the greats, and I'm not going to name drop any, but you know who they are too. Funny stuff. Like, all of it. Funny. Oh... sorry, I could talk about VR chat for like ever. God. I have no life, but it's okay.
I got this pin. Yay! Squidward.
But anyways, so with Super Dungeon Boy, I've exhausted like different combinations, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do Super and then Dungeon, because I can't use Dragon, and I can't use. I tried like other things like Warrior and Mage and Cleric and, you know, other kind of like classes. Look at these guys! Look! Oh my god, here I am babbling on like nature is happening before my very eyes. And this cow, I don't trust him. I'm sorry, but I need the leather. Rest in peace. I had to kill the cow. Okay? Don't have a cow. Pun intended. No pun intended. Up to you. I need the armor. I need the meat. Sorry. Don't worry, we're gonna have like tons of vegetables and stuff that we're gonna be growing. We're gonna have like bread and stuff non-stop, so. But not that my character's like vegetarian or vegan or any of that stuff. He's not that pure. Sorry. He's a survivalist. He just whatever he can get. For anybody that doesn't, I love that little, look at that little donkey. Little donkey. Anyways, fast forward. Where was I? Let's see, I already forget my train of thought. So it was super and then dungeon, and then it had like different ideas, and it was like Super Dungeon Dragon, Super Dungeon, I don't know, Cleric, Super Dungeon. It just like, it was just weird. It wasn't. It just didn't have a name to it. And the closest I got at the time was Super Dungeon Man. But if you think about that, Super Dungeon Man, it's like, it just doesn't have a ring at all. You know what I mean? I don't know. It didn't sit well with me. It didn't. And I played with the idea and I tried to mix it around some more, and whatever. And then it gave me Super Dungeon Boy. And the only regret I have is I wish I would have put BOI rather than BOY. But like I said before, I'm old school. I'm retro. If something is spelt out in, just regular English like it would be, then that's just how I'm going to write it. Like, that's, I know nowadays, like, it's trendy to have like a backwards E, which is really a 3, and then there's other letters and symbols that you use to make a word or a sentence. That text language, I'm sorry, I text too like everybody else. I'm in my 30s, but I come from a day of AOL. You know what I mean? Like, where spelling counted. And I'm not saying I'm like a grammar god or something, but trust me, I'm definitely not. But I don't know, it never really stuck with me. Like, when I see, like, when somebody says for you, I mean, that's basic, or to and then you, and whatever. Well, more of that later. What will we do next on the next episode? More Minecraft. Subscribe, listen to me